Welcome to the Roll for Imagination podcast, and welcome to part 2 of our Christmas-themed campaign, Solstice Shenanigans. Once again, this one-shot was created by F. Evans on the DMs Guild website. Everything will be linked below just to properly credit, and if anyone else wants to go ahead and have a look and purchase the adventure. But with that out of the way, let's jump back in. Okay, so you were making your way over to this second barker who was advertising the game of gifts. So you were heading over to his field. So you arrive at his... He has a booth out the front of like a fielded area, and there is a male gnome standing in front of this booth. He has wild hair and a glint in his eyes, and he's just sort of standing there. He's like the typical like seedy salesman. He's like a carnival game kind of guy. So he's standing, he's like wildly throwing his arms around, he's trying to get people to come up and join his game.
What sort of game are you running here?
So basically there are 20 wrapped gift boxes. So they're wrapped in red paper, they have like gold ribbon around them, all identical. So for 50 gold pieces, which for you all have 50 gold pieces to enter this at least once. So add an extra 50.
I'm a little bit poor. Mrs. Sleigh is not carrying a lot of money.
Single mom who works 2 jobs.
That's the one.
Who loves a kid but never stops.
Yeah, so add another 50. Cool, so yeah, there are 20 gifts, but 5 of them are actually mimics in disguise.
Oh,
so...
I knew it.
Oh no, we've had bad
knew it.
experiences with mimics.
So
no.
As far as I can recollect of a mimic, they mimic something and then they turn out a monster and take your hand off,
Yes.
yeah? Okay.
Uh-oh. Fun. Yeah, so essentially you guys will be rolling d20s, and then whatever you get is your box.
Who wants to lose a hand?
But yeah, 50 gold pieces
Fun.
to enter. You roll a d20, and then whatever you get, you get. 5 of them are mimics.
Okay, well, take my money, sir. Let's play.
I'll also say if anyone gets a mimic on their first one, you can then re-roll, and I'll give you one that's got something in it. Like the nearest one that's got
thanks,
something
babe.
in it. So
So Mrs. Sleigh is very intrigued with this and would like to go first, and nobody can stop her. So
Oh, well,
it.
is that the case, or is it going to be an initiative?
Mrs. Sleigh needs a present to give to her children.
Mrs. Sleigh needs to pipe down.
whoa.
Okay, I guess you're going first.
Of course I'm going first. Mrs. Sleigh is going first. She's going to show the children how it's done. Mrs. Sleigh rolled a 15.
I'm going to take your numbers and I'll reveal them all at the end.
Okay.
So we get our
So-
presents and then open at this very time.
Yes.
So Mrs. Sleigh is going to hover around 15 and just
Cool.
sort of look at it, judge its size. It looks like pretty big.
Should I go next?
Yeah, go for it. Ladies first.
It's a 12.
12. Cool.
Poinsettia has rolled a 13.
So, Mrs. Sleigh, since you went first, you get a +1 to all saving throws.
For how long?
It's for, I think it was 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours or
Oh my
until
God.
dispelled, but
Isn't it?
for the rest of this,
Why, thank
basically.
you, Prezi box.
Astria, your gift is +1 to all damage rolls.
What?
Yes!
Nice one.
Cool.
Cool, and Poinsettia, does a 21 hit you?
Yeah? Huh? Oh, fuck.
Poinsettia, I do feel rather sorry for you.
Oh, cheers.
Look over and see your expression.
Just, just flailing my hand around with a present bit on the end.
Oh no, so yours was a mimic.
Yeah.
You take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
And we have no healer.
no.
And there is now a mimic
Oopsie.
in front of you that will not go away unless it either deals 20 damage or takes 20 damage. So
Wait.
you now have a mimic
Oh.
to deal with.
All right, so I'm gonna. Oh, right. Do I have to roll initiative for this thing, or can me and Buddy just start wailing on it?
I'd say just go for it, and then if anyone else wants to
Yeah?
join, then you can
So-
roll
Yeah, I'll
initiative.
help.
Did you shout for help? Because I'm a couple
I
of boxes down.
screamed.
Oh, okay.
I had a mimic attached
just
to my
been
hand,
bitten.
biting me. Threw it on the floor. So I'm gonna use Eldritch. Oh, am I?
You have to commit to that now. You've
Yeah, I'm gonna
started.
do
That was a
Eldritch
really
Blast. So
Woo!
that is an 8 + 6, which is a 14.
Yep, that hits.
Sweet. So that is a 1d10 + 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8 points of force damage.
Cool.
And then Buddy is going to use Sting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 19 plus 5, which is 24. So 1d4 plus 3. 4. Oh, nice one. 4 plus 3 is maths 7. So 7 points of piercing damage. And
Yep.
can the mimic make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes, absolutely. That is a 3.
So it fails. So it then takes 3d6 poison damage.
Nice.
Nice one. We didn't even have
Cool.
to help there. We just look over in astonishment.
So 4, 8, 11 points of damage.
Yeah, so he's taken 26 points of damage, so he is...
So Buddy and
God.
I are just curb stomping this mimic into
Just-
the ground. It's like, you
Shit.
son of a bitch!
I like that your jumper jingled as well when you did that then. I'd like to imagine that's
Fuck
what happened
you,
as well.
you bastard! Oh yeah, just for listeners, because it's our Christmas one shot, I'm currently wearing a Buddy the Elf Christmas jumper with jingly bells on the collar.
So the jingly noises are that. And I'm going to leave
Yeah,
them all
that's
in
me,
because it's
sorry.
funny. Cool, so the mimic has gone and Gimble the gambler, who's the guy who runs this game, will let you roll again so you can actually get a prize as well. Because you
Thank
did get
you.
attacked by a
While
mimic.
I'm nursing my poor hand. 12, so re-roll.
Yep.
8. Fuck off,
I
it's
mean-
not another mimic, is it? It's not another mimic, is it?
I mean, it is, but...
Oh, right, let's go. Let's do this. Round 2. I will
Okay.
kill all the fucking mimics.
So
Oh my gosh.
it immediately does another pseudopod attack, so...
Oh, guys, this is how Poinsettia dies.
To mimic Christmas
Mimic-
presents.
Mimic eating me.
It's a natural 20 to hit.
Oh, I might have to take a rest
Oh.
after this, guys. I'm not going to lie.
It's 11 bludgeoning damage on that one.
Okay.
It was 4 doubled and then plus 3.
Can I charge over there, flail in hand, and hit it twice, please? Because I've got 2 attacks. Because
Yeah.
I'm level 5 as a fighter.
Go for it.
So, and I've got all my bits and bobs again. So I say bits and bobs. Like last session when we had a snowball fight, we lost all our inventory. Now I get all of mine.
Yeah, you now got an AC of 18.
AC of 18 and plus 7 to my hit.
Oh, shit.
So if I miss this,
Oh.
25 to hit the first one.
Oof.
Yep, that'll do it.
So I'll do that damage first. So that's 1d8 plus
Just
6, which is a 1 plus 6, so 7 damage.
Cool.
Let me try that again. And then the second hit I'm going to do is a 18 to hit
Cool.
with 13 damage.
There you go, that's 20 damage. So he also disappears.
Poinsettia has now got full-on trust issues of these presents and he's just sat there
Would
rocking.
you like me to roll for you, Poinsettia? Does that...
Are you going again?
Oh no, to roll for him, and then I'm going to press the button. If it's a mimic, I'll take the damage, and if it's not, he can have the present. Does that work? Mrs.
That's
DM?
fine. Yeah,
I'm such a mother.
I am such a mother. That
Gimble
works.
Gimble will
I
allow
would
it.
like to roll again.
Go for
Is
it.
that alright, Poinsettia?
Yes,
Are you okay with this story? Okay, here we go. You rolled a 3.
You rolled 3.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 3 for his present.
Cool, so you gain the ability to cast a Bless spell. So you get it once, I believe.
Nice.
If the gift grants a spell, the opener gains the ability to cast that spell once,
Cool.
without expending a
Bless in the
spell
bank.
slot or any material and stuff like that.
Nice.
There
Thank
you go.
you, Mrs. Sleigh. I appreciate your help there.
You're very welcome, honey. It's okay, it's honestly.
Did Mrs. Sleigh just slay?
She's slayed a mimic.
She's raised 2 fingers up as she's a cool child. But she's a mother, so, she's not quite with the times.
Mummy's hip and cool and down with the youths.
I'm not a regular mum. I'm a cool mum.
So you all receive your gifts and blessings and whatever else you receive. And you see an older human man running your way from the direction of the town. He's visibly distraught, crying and shouting out for help. Someone, anyone, I've made a horrible mistake. Please, someone help me. And he falls to his knees in front of you, begging for assistance.
Whoa. Calm down. What happened? What's the matter?
This man's very clearly dressed in the attire of a baker. So he's got his apron on, covered in flour. He's got, flour stuff all over his face and obviously distraught. So on the ground, he's like, I've been on a mission to make the perfect gingerbread cookie and I borrowed an ancient tome. I thought that maybe I could imbue the baking with an ancient magic and create something incredible. The spell worked, but the gingerbread man that I created came to life and ran away. And now he's running amok throughout Winterworld and I I can't do anything to get rid of it, and I need someone to help me. I don't have the ability to fight this off.
How
I must
big
say-
is the gingerbread man?
Which direction did he run?
I must say, it sounds a bit extra just to make some cookies.
I mean, I definitely appreciate the ingenuity you've put into your baking, but I'd have to agree, turning it into a living creature may not have been the best idea.
Perhaps you shouldn't mess with things you can't control. And now we're going to have to clean up your mess, correct?
I mean, leave him alone. You know, let him finish.
Okay, continue. I'm intrigued.
All of the bakers in Winterworld are incredibly competitive. Everyone wants the most incredible gingerbread construct. So I thought just making a large gingerbread man wouldn't be enough. So I needed to use something extra just to give it that little bit of a boost. And he's now running through the realm, robbing all of the other bakers of their gingerbread and grafting it onto himself, and I'm not really sure what to do. He's
Jesus
just
Christ! You've made a
running around
gingerbread
town.
abomination.
He's made a gingerbread cannibal.
I'm just not sure what to do. I don't want it
Buttons
to.
everywhere. It's gonna be all of them.
Not the gumdrop buttons! You know, absolutely getting visions of Mongol, the giant gingerbread from Shrek 2.
I am also getting visual impressions of this
We need
giant
a
gingerbread.
very large steamed jug of milk.
I don't think any of us have the ability to carry a large jug of milk.
That is true.
What's that?
Speak for yourself.
You can carry a large jug of milk.
You can't.
How can you carry a large jug?
Well,
We're
how large
debating
are we
this.
talking? Just a large jug of milk? You're telling me you can't
Not
carry
like
that?
a picture. How big is this gingerbread man?
This gingerbread
not
is
like a
large.
picture.
He
Not-
is a
not
large
just
construct.
yeah, not just a carafe.
He's like
A-
8 foot tall.
Just run up to him and throw a cup of milk on him like, there! Oh,
Just
well,
please, will you help me to get rid of this?
What direction did they run off?
Just into town that way. He's not hard to find. I'm sure he's left some kind of trail. It won't be difficult to follow his trail and find him.
In which case, Mrs. Sleigh is gonna throw out her flail in hand and charges off in the direction the man has pointed, not waiting for her team members. Are we still going with team members or
Compatriots?
compatriots?
I'm just gonna
Her squad.
Acquaintances?
before he runs off.
Squat.
Poinsettia is gonna take out his little portfolio, Jamie, and he's gonna open it up and he's gonna look at the baker. And is he in my list
Ooh.
Ooh, I don't know.
for what he's done,
Is the baker on the naughty list?
Ooh.
or is this just a mistake?
Actually, you know what? He would be on the naughty list. It says borrowed in speech marks. So, borrowed
So
an
just
ancient
for
tome.
context, guys.
He is on the naughty list.
Poinsettia carries around a magical portfolio that when he opens it up, that's where he gets his bounties from Krampus, who sends him his massifs of who he needs to punish.
Is the baker one of these people then?
Well,
I don't know.
he's
if
on
you
the
actually
naughty
told Mrs.
list.
Sleigh.
He's on the
It
naughty
says that
list.
it says he borrowed an ancient tome, but the borrowed is in speech marks,
It's
so
in
it
speech marks.
alludes to the fact that he's stolen it. So he's on the naughty list.
So before I run after Mrs. Sleigh, I'm going to become very serious, and
Ooh.
snap my portfolio shut, and look him dead in the eye, and go, "Did you steal the ancient tome? Was it yours to take?" And I'm going to try and intimidate him.
I figured I needed something to put me above the others, so I needed to procure it somehow.
If you are trying to compete using your skills as a baker, you should be using your own skills rather than stealing other people's knowledge. And from out of his bag, he's going to pull his little birch stick, which I believe it's called a root, and he's going to bonk him on the head and then put a lump of coal in his hand and go, "I will fix this, but you need to fix yourself." And he's
Okay.
going to run after Mrs. Sleigh.
Okay.
Sorry, I
I'm
didn't...
just going to look from the man to where Poinsettia has just run off in the distance and then back again, looking between them like, what on earth just happened? Just shrug, brush off my shoulders, and then follow the rest.
Cool. So you head off in
Sleigh
the
didn't
direction
see
of
any of
town.
this happen, so she still hasn't seen your book.
My little portfolio.
True.
that
Cool. Yeah, so you head off in the direction of town.
Looking constantly for this giant 8-foot gingerbread man.
Are you looking for tracks or a trail or anything?
I'm looking for gingerbread crumbs
There's...
because I'm going to follow the gingerbread crumbs, the gingerbread man.
Cool. Can you roll
Hopefully don't end
me?
up in Hansel and Gretel's house.
Can you roll me a survival check, please,
Oh, why
To-
do you have to do this?
to check for the trail?
Well, I got a 12.
Yeah, that's fine. So you can see the trail of crumbs and head after it, and you'll you'll find a gingerbread golem in the center of there's like a strip of shops, like from, you know, like oldie timey films where they've got loads of shops and they've all got bread out the front, like Beauty and the Beast. Something like that. There's like 3 bakers and he's like ransacking these 3 bakeries, shoving gingerbread onto himself, and he's quite big.
Jesus.
Well.
Let's go, guys.
Hey, you!
Uh-oh.
I try and get the gingerbread man's attention.
His attention, I would say, is fully on the gingerbread, so he's not paying much attention at all.
Is there any member of the public trapped or about to be destroyed or hurt significantly?
No, he's literally just going after the gingerbread that's around, but the bakers are obviously like, please get away from me. The bakers obviously look terrified because there's like a 8-9 foot gingerbread man in front of them, but it's not making an attempt to like hurt them necessarily.
In which case, I would like to just, unless anybody wants to stop me, Mrs. Sleigh is just going to run at it, flail in hand, and just go...
Oh.
You're just gonna attack it?
Poinsettia,
Do we stop her?
Poinsettia is running after you with his great club.
Okay, I guess we're doing this. I will stay where I am and prepare a spell.
I was going to say, if you're going to stand and watch with like some marshmallows or something, I'd be very upset
yeah,
with
I
you.
Eating a bag of marshmallows, just...
Astria loves marshmallows now. You've opened her eyes for a new world. Yes, I'm just going to stand back.
Yeah, so I'll let you get surprise attacks in before we roll initiative.
Ooh.
As I was first, I get to go first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would like to attack it twice. So she's going to get within 5 foot range of it and attack with the flail for first shot. That is a 22
Yeah, that hits.
for damage of 8. And then going to go for the second shot.
Is that bludgeoning damage, or what type of damage is that?
Yes, it's bludgeoning. Sorry, it's bludgeoning. So I'm just going to go for a arm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I rolled a 19 plus 7, but the brilliance of being a fighter
That's a
is
crit.
that 19 and 20 are critical
Yeah,
rolls.
well
So
done.
I have a Thank you. So I have a critical roll on the gingerbread man.
Mm-hmm.
So can you explain to me what you do for a critical roll, please? Because I've not got one yet.
Yeah, so I double whatever dice you roll, I'll then double them, and then if you have any like additional, add that onto the doubled bit.
So I roll 1d8, double the number, and then add 6 for bludgeoning damage.
Yes.
So I rolled a 5, double that to 10, plus 6 of 16 damage. And I shout, take this, and this! And I ready my shield.
Cool, so I will let you know that he is resistant to bludgeoning damage, so he takes half of what you hit him
you-
for.
Oh, shit.
Hitting me right now!
Oh, shit.
Resistant to what?
Bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
It's the only weapon I have.
He takes half damage still.
Villainous TM.
It's
Villainous.
It's on the sheet. It's on the sheet. I didn't write this, I promise.
No, I don't care. You've made this up to stuff me.
So,
Like the snowball fights. These two magically going in and out and disappearing again. There I
You
am.
should have chose a caster.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I mean, seeing that he's resistant, and I've noticed because Mrs. Sleigh's gone first, and I've noticed it's not really done much. Can I just kind of stop running towards him with my great club, and can I just shoot an Eldritch Blast at him?
Yeah.
Just go.
I
Fuck
just
that.
imagine like
I'm just gonna put it back on my
cartoon,
back
like, you
and just
try
fuck
to
it.
stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine like a cartoon, like you're trying to stop, but it's snowy, so you like
Slide.
skid.
After I've
Like your
picked-
feet are up and you're like,
I've skidded
in
into
the
one of the
snow.
bakery stalls, picked myself up, dusted myself off,
Nice.
and then I'm just going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at him.
Tom and Jerry vibes. Love it.
Yeah, exactly. That's a 15 plus 6, a 21.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah? So that's a 1d10 plus 3.
I think you get more than 1d10 if you're 7th level.
Do I?
Yeah, Google Eldritch Blast. You get, I want to say
2.
2 at 7th
The spell
level.
creates beam of the spell creates more than one beam when you reach high levels. 2 beams at 5th. Oh! 2 beams at 5th level, 3 beams at 11th. So I get 2 shots.
I've been playing a Warlock for 6
Nice.
months and I found this out a week ago.
I can get it. So the first one is 9 plus 3, so 12 points of force damage. And the next
Okay.
one is, that's an 18 plus 6. So yeah, that I'm assuming that hits, that's 24.
Mhm.
And then D10 again. Oh, that's a 1. So
Nat
4
one.
damage. No, it's on the
Oh.
on the D10. So
I'm the
that's
same. We're standing right next to this bloody golem.
4 damage. Just I did a really big poo, and my second one's kind of like a. No.
I hate to say this, but he is in fact immune to force damage, so he takes no damage.
What the fuck? Wait, let me check what mine was then.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Can Buddy get in an attack as well?
Yeah, I'll let Buddy do it as well.
Because you've just completely nullified. What was it, like 12? It was like 16 points of damage, completely gone.
Yeah, it's half. That's what Jamie told me. It's half, so it's fine.
No,
No, this
immune.
one's immunity.
Immune is
Oh,
nothing,
it's immune,
resistance
sorry.
is halved.
Yeah.
So
That crit was nothing.
no,
So no, what was that?
no force damage.
He's resistant to force.
No, he's resistant to
no,
bludgeoning.
Immune. Yeah,
And
resistant to bludgeoning.
immune to
Immune
force.
to force.
Immune to
Right.
force.
How-
It's okay.
How overbaked is this cookie?
Apparently
Like,
very.
He's very, very overbaked.
I'm a
So
little shocked
Buddy
at
rolled
that.
an 18. I mean, that hits, doesn't it? 18 plus 5.
Yep.
So 1d4. Oh my god, if this is what it's going to be like running multiple characters when I take over DM, then fuck me. That's a 3 plus 3, so 6 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
Did he take the piercing damage?
He is resistant to piercing damage.
Son
so
of
he
a
takes
bitch.
half.
Fine, and then
guy's
can he do a
insane.
constitution saving throw, please?
Absolutely.
Son of
I guess a lot of these creatures, if they don't have legendary resistance and actions,
they're
they need
gonna
something
be-
else. So a lot of them are resistant to a lot of things.
I'm half tempted to use my wand of snowballs at this current point in time and just smack him.
Like I think Adelphi had 5 resistances.
Yeah, she did. Because it was
a-
resistant to like
wow.
everything we could all do.
Yeah.
'cause- 'cause I think,
It's a 7
Zog had
for a
used up all of his
constitution
spells, hadn't he? So he fails the constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Is he immune to
Ooh.
poison?
He is not immune to poison, no.
Oh, so I can actually
Oh,
do
wait,
some
hang on.
damage.
He's immune to being poisoned, like the condition.
He's not being poisoned, he's taking poison damage.
Cool, okay.
Thank God
Ooh.
for that. So, right. Buddy is
Thank
the
you,
MVP.
Buddy.
Buddy's the MVP. It's right.
What, with like 4 HP that he carries?
He has 10 HP actually.
Oh my god.
oh my
Sleigh.
apologies.
I know.
Do we know that this gingerbread is actually a bad?
He keeps eating all the other gingerbreads, so think
He's
of all the baby gingerbreads he's
ransacking.
destroying.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, well,
ransacking
valid.
the town. Like, you can see
Yeah.
bakery stalls overturned and stuff like that as you were coming forward. So he's
So
making
Buddy
a mess.
Buddy rolled 2 6s and a 3.
Okay.
So he didn't do too badly. So 12, 15 points of poison damage, please.
I'm gonna cast a witch bolt at 2nd level.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna roll to hit and hope it hits.
You may have
much
missed Ginger.
I may have not because it was a 13.
Yeah, that
Because
hits.
my spellcasting is +7.
That
Woo!
hits.
Okay. So, it's going to be 2d12 because I'm casting it at 2nd level. Can I borrow a d12? Thank
Of course you can.
Thanks. Oh, are you joking? A 1 and a 2. A 1 and a 2 on a 2d12, for God's sake. Well, 3 points of lightning damage.
Yeah, he takes the full thing.
So why could I not have rolled a 24? I could have rolled 24 and I rolled a 3.
I mean, you got 1 on my dice, so yours has got to be better than mine.
Okay, well, 3 points of lightning damage. There you go.
Cool.
Gingerbread man.
Slightly charred.
Slightly
At least we
crispy.
know lightning damage works.
True.
I'm sure you
Cool.
can help with that, Mrs. Sleigh.
So would you like us to roll initiative now?
Yes, if we can now roll initiative. Now that he knows that you're all here, you've all attacked him, he's now focusing his attention on you.
17.
I rolled my 2 of my d20s and they both landed on 14.
Oh,
For me and Buddy.
Bad.
Cool.
Fun.
Who's got the better dexterity? I mean, Buddy's dexterity is 17 and
Oh.
Poinsettia's is
No.
only 12. So
Oh.
I think Buddy's probably going to go first.
I got 8. Beth got...
I got 17.
Astria, you are up first.
Knowing that lightning damage works, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt again at 2nd level.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have 3 2nd level spell slots. I do. So this will be my second level spell slot.
Is Witch Bolt the one that you... Is it the one that's
That
like
you
connected with
concentrate
like a
on it.
bolt and
Yeah.
you can...
Oh, I don't need to cast it again. I'm
No,
already still casting
You're
it.
already-
Yeah, it just
I think
damages,
if
I
you take
think.
an action to damage it.
Yeah, I'm going to do... yeah, I've still got it up, so I'm going to try and cause the damage again with 2d12, please. Thank you.
That's a D20, honey. Try again.
You're correct. Thank you.
That's correct.
So 9, and this fell on the floor, so let me reroll this. Oh, that is a 16 points of lightning damage
Much
to the
better.
gingerbread
Well
man.
done.
Cool. Very good.
See, I did tell you to leave it to the professional.
If you could roll it on the table.
Yeah,
that'd be
okay.
fine.
Well, do you know what? We got there. We got there. I'd like to see either of you cause that much damage.
I would if I could.
Exactly, and you can't, so.
But I do have a
Zip
plan.
it.
Cool. Is that it for your go?
Is that it for my go? Or do I? I'm going to. I don't know if this is breaking the game a bit. I don't know if I could do this. Because I've still got my Witch Bolt up, and I haven't yet used my Quicken spell. I can expend 2 sorcery points to essentially regain an action, so I can turn a bonus action into an action. So I lose my bonus action in place of an action, and just go again with the Witch Bolt.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so that's 7 more points of lightning damage,
Cool. 7.
and that's me.
And Buddy is up next.
Buddy is going to use Sting again. I mean, that's the only thing he can do, apart from going visible. So 14 plus 5, that is...
Yep, that hits.
Yep, that's 19. And
Yes.
then it's a 1d4. Oh, that's a 4 plus 3. So 7 of piercing, which is then halved, because the fucker's resistant.
Well, that takes my game plan out. Carry on. Another one.
And can I have a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes. That is a 16.
Ah, fuck. So he takes half the damage of the poison. So 13. So halving that would be 6.
6.
So 6
Cool.
points of poison damage.
Cool. And then Poinsettia is up next.
And Poinsettia, right, let's go back to Poinsettia stuff. God. Poinsettia is going to... Fuck it. Use a bonus action to cast Hex on the gingerbread man. And then I'm just going to start wailing on it with my great club. Oh! Natural 20!
Ooh.
Hey.
Natural
well
20.
done.
And fucking...
Let's go.
Yes, I've got a feature. As
I've
well.
never seen you so excited
Oh
about
my goodness.
Honestly,
destroying a gingerbread man.
so excited. So...
He's got the Mask of Krampus destroying a gingerbread man. I think he's actually against Christmas, subtly.
Oh, I don't know where you got that from. So I've got the feat called Crusher. So once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet to an unoccupied space, providing the target is no more than 1 size larger than you. And you said it's a large construct, so it's 1 size bigger than me, so I can move it. So
Yep.
I'm gonna smack it in the kneecap. So I'm not finished yet. So that's going to move it 5 feet. And then also, because I've critted, it says when you score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage until the start of my next turn.
Shit. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
I know, team player, right? So
It'll cancel out the
There's-
resistance as well, so it'll just be full whatever your damage is. Because obviously we can't double it, so it'll just cancel out the resistance. So.
okay, so I'm just going to do full damage with my great club then.
And then it'll get pushed back as well. I'm assuming, are you aiming to push him into
Away
the
from
bakery
the-
stands or away from?
No, away from the bakery stands. If I push it into
Cool.
the bakery stands, it'll absorb more gingerbread.
Joe is secretly chaotic evil.
I'm not chaotic evil, I'm chaotic good. So that's
Same.
5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 points of bludgeoning damage, please.
Cool.
And remember, everyone has advantage against attack rolls on it until the start of my next turn.
Thank you, Poinsettia.
You're welcome, darling. You're welcome, mama.
Thank you, my adoptive son.
Yes.
He's taller than me in a different race. But it's also weird that you two are chaotic good and you're having to go at each other, and I'm lawful good and I want peace. This is very much this
that makes
dynamic.
sense.
Works, actually.
Totally embodies the characters. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I hexed it as well, didn't I?
You did say hex.
I did. I
think,
used a
yeah.
bonus action as a hex. Bonus action as a hex. So then that means I do action as a 1d6 of necrotic damage as well. Sorry. I did an additional 3 necrotic damage.
Additional 3. Okie dokie.
Necrotic does something as well. What does necrotic do?
It means they can't heal until the start of their next turn or something like that. So if he absorbs
Cool.
any gingerbread, it's not going to heal him.
That literally was my plan, and I can't do
Oh!
it. So there we go.
Yes!
We're just going to eat a load of gingerbread. Nom, 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 nom.
Absolutely.
But that means we can't eat him now.
I wasn't gonna, if I'm being honest.
Well, I don't know whether Mrs. Sleigh likes
I
gingerbread.
mean,
Yeah,
Poinsettia
but maybe not
was
the living
definitely
gingerbread.
going to munch on a limb once we've killed it.
Guys, there's so much gingerbread. I don't think you need to eat the one that we've just killed that was living.
No, it's absorbed all the gingerbread. So you wouldn't
All
want
of it. There's none left in this whole place.
Well, probably at the stalls. That he was at.
Exactly.
I'm probably going to have a cinnamon swirl, to be honest.
Okay.
Feel a bit fancy. Anyway, this is
Maybe we should
We're
kill the
mid
creature
combat
first.
and we're talking
Sorry.
about what confectionery goods we're going to eat.
Right, so for his turn, he's going to land a multi-attack on Poinsettia, because that's
Oh
who
shit.
hit him
You've
last.
got no life.
Oh shit, yeah.
And you got no way to revive you.
It's 2 slam attacks. Okay, the first one was an 8, so
Well, that misses. Whew.
you're alright. And the second one was a 9.
Hey,
So-
that misses again. So Poinsettia
He's
is
feeling-
just going to spin out of the way, like pirouette.
He's feeling a
Out of
bit
the
too,
way.
like, woozy to be able to actually hit you. So because none of those
I did
hit, he's
kneecap
just
him,
gonna...
didn't I? So he's a bit,
Yeah.
bit hobbled.
I think he's a little bit wobbly. So yeah, that's all he can do. So he's just gonna stand there. And then it is Mrs. Sleigh's turn.
Slay.
Mrs. Sleigh is not going to learn from her mistakes and is just going to charge at it, flail drawn, going. "Ah!" So we're going to. You've come away from this.
Oh,
So I can't
sorry.
actually. That's fine. I need to get back to this mic. Thank you. It's going to do 2 attacks. Plus, I may have an extra. Hang on.
Remember, you've got advantage as well.
So that is a 21 or a natural 20 plus 7.
Hey,
Ooh,
well
wow.
done.
Really cool.
Thank you. And
Say well
slight
done, like she did
sarcasm.
it, not just look of the dice.
Shut up, Beth.
me, I did
Honestly,
this.
it's a personal achievement if you crit.
Oh.
She's
Okay,
crit
I'm
twice,
very
actually.
sorry.
She's crit
Yeah, you're
twice
doing
on
well.
us.
Where are these dice from?
Get off.
Yeah.
These are actually my sister's rejects.
Oh, they're very pretty.
It's alright.
One person's
You can have
trash
my
is
sis-
another person's treasure.
So that is 8 doubled to 16 plus the 6 is 22, and that's attack 1. 22 bludgeoning damage, please.
Cool. So it'll be.
I'm also
It'll
doing a head
be.
bob because I feel cool.
Is it no
11.
longer immune?
It won't be. Was it bludgeoning
Oh.
damage? Sorry.
It's
So, yeah.
22 bludgeoning damage.
So the way that we did it for
Yes.
me was that we just ignored the resistance and just did a straight roll of the 1 dice.
Yeah. So it'll just be the 1 roll. So it was an 8 plus 6, was it?
For what? For the 14? Or
For
the...
your attack,
For the
your
damage.
crit, yeah, so you critted on a 20, but because he's resistant, instead of doubling the dice, what we're doing is we're nullifying the resistance, and it's just a straight roll of the 1 dice plus your modifier.
Got you.
Instead
'Cause
of
I
doubling
rolled
and
an
then
8
halving again.
On the d8 dice.
Okay,
so you've
8,
got an
yeah.
8 on the d8
Yeah, 8 plus your modifier,
is plus 6.
so you did
Cool.
14 damage.
yeah, so
14.
that's attack 1.
So after that attack, the gingerbread man falls down and he is dealt with. He's done. He's no longer
Nice.
stressing. He's
Well done.
you've knocked him out. He is gone.
Is he deaded, or is he just sleeping?
He is deaded.
Mrs. Sleigh is going to lob a flail at him a couple of times just to be sure.
Of course.
Just for good measure.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Naturally.
Poinsettia is absolutely joining you in smacking it up with his great club just to make sure it's all broken
yep.
up.
Naturally.
Yep, exactly. So he can't come back to life again.
Exactly.
And then she's going to go over to the bakery stands and ask the baker, whichever baker it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a name for a baker?
Sure. We absolutely
baker.
do. Bear with me.
Baker
Let me
number
pull
1.
up the Christmas name generator. 1 second.
Nice.
This is Brandy Snap Plum Sledge, the baker.
Brandy Snap who?
Brandy Snap Plum
Plum.
Sledge.
Brandy Snap Plum Sledge. Just say that 5 times
Oh,
fast.
thank you.
Brandy Snap Plum Sledge.
His name
So-
is on the sign above the door, just his whole name.
In which case, Mrs. Sleigh is going to go over to this gentleman and
Mm-hmm.
go, "Don't worry, we've dealt with the issue. However, your baked goods look fabulous. Is there any chance I can get 2 minutes to go bag, please?" With a smile. In a motherly way.
Yes, absolutely.
free.
Pick whichever ones you would like and you may have them.
Yes, I would like, please, a cinnamon swirl.
Mm-hmm.
And have you got any of those chocolate twists or something? I'm sure you've got them somewhere.
He'll bag those up for you and hand them over, and you now have baked goods.
Thank you. She's going to eat the baked goods.
Nice.
Perfect. And Poinsettia, did you say you wanted to try and eat the gingerbread man?
Yeah, I've absolutely found a chunk and I've started munching on the gingerbread man.
Isn't this gingerbread man poisoned
Oh,
and
there's going to be
necrotic
something.
and has dirt on for my
no.
flail because I've not actually cleaned it?
Could you roll me a D8, please, Poinsettia?
Yes,
You're
chaos.
doomed.
7.
Cool, so you regain 4 hit points.
Right, I'm just going to keep eating this thing because I've got 7 hit points, was it?
4 hit points,
How
so
much
it's
is it? 4
half,
hit
but I'll
points.
round it up.
I'm going to keep eating until I'm fully healed.
Go
Oh my
for it.
God.
You
Are you
happy
going
for
to
me
let
to
us
just-
know that you're feeling better?
Yeah?
I'll let you
happy for me
eat
to
a
just
load
keep
of
going until I eat it?
gigantic gingerbread.
Actually, I'm full health anyway, so you go for it.
I mean, I'm full health. Why you're not going to roll for each mouthful though? Because surely, the gumdrop button or the icing on top.
Not the
you know.
gumdrop buttons. Well, I did a 7 again.
Cool, so
Yeah, I'm
another
just gonna
4.
keep-
I'll
I'm
let,
just gonna-
I'll let you do 3
yeah,
or 4
just let me do it,
rolls,
yeah.
because...
Okay, 3 or 4 rolls.
I'll let you do a few, yeah. Do 4, fuck it.
So that's a 4. So 2.
I suppose I could put some of this into a bag to go when we lose health again.
That's a good idea.
Does gingerbread go off? I don't
No,
think it
not
does.
for a
so.
while. So
And you're in the
5.
snow, so you'll be right.
I'm back up to 46 hit points, guys.
I'm just Mrs. Sleigh's just gonna eat with Poinsettia.
Just call me Setia.
Setia, sorry, from last session it was Setia. I'm just gonna talk to Setia with some baked goods in my hand.
Just sat there on the floor.
Reminiscing.
Just,
Oh, nothing on the floor. It's snow covered. You'll get a really wet bum.
I'm a winter eladrin, darling. I don't feel the cold.
Oh, that's convenient. I'm a dwarf and quite close to the ground, so I'm gonna get cold. But I got my fur boots on.
It must be lovely and toasty warm.
I hope so.
Yes, cold air is it's an interesting sensation.
Of course.
The water was always a very stable temperature, so I'm still getting used to
Well, surely the
changes
deeper you go,
in
the
air
colder it
temperature.
gets, does it not?
There isn't really a deeper in the aquaplane.
Oh, really?
What do you mean? You just hover around the tops of puddles, just flopping?
No, there's no surface. There's only water, so there's no deeper and there's no shallower.
I don't understand your
See, the
world.
Feywilds is different all over the place. You've got all 4 seasons. I'm from the winter court, and then you've got the summer and the autumn and the spring. So depending on where you are, it's a nice temperature change.
That sounds interesting. I'd maybe like to visit sometime on my travels.
Oh, it's beautiful. Just don't give anyone your name there.
Oh, and why
And
not?
don't accept any food or drink.
Oh.
So I'm not gonna make it long, am I? 8 hours and have to eat again.
It's alright. If you stay with me, I'll sort you out. I'll keep you safe.
Cool, from where you are all sat as well, since you've beaten this golem into pieces, you notice within its chest a large translucent red object.
Ooh.
Mine.
Well, you don't know what it is yet.
I've picked it up now. I'm gonna pick it up. Can I pick it up?
Okay.
Yeah, so it radiates heat, and it is a red heart. So the creature had a heart. This item is a wondrous item, and it's called the Heart of Cinnamon. While you are attuned to the heart, you have resistance to cold damage, and all creatures within 30 feet of the heart are immune to the effects of extreme cold.
So you mean to tell me I've got 2 magical items I've not attuned to either of them?
I mean, we can take a short rest. I'm out of spells, so a short rest would benefit me.
No, we should continue because I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. And
I mean, if we
the
just
thought
take
of you.
if we take
I was
this
gonna say,
little
I-
sit down of the hot cocoa and the food, as a
Yeah,
little short
I'd
rest,
count that as a short rest.
then you can attune to both your wand and the heart.
I can only attune to one, can't I?
No, you can attune to 3 items.
Oh God, way to confuse me. Because these things are not in my Ujima flip list.
Ujima flip.
Yeah, that one.
After eating all of that gingerbread and that short rest, I'm now up to full hit points.
Hey.
But how many spells have you got, Warlock?
I got 2 spells, bitch.
Exactly.
Do you
A
sorcerers?
loser.
Shut up. Do you don't get your spells back though after a short rest, do you? You have to be a long rest.
I don't need to. I've got a lot of spell slots, which I'm very much enjoying because I'm not used to it.
Mrs. Sleigh is just going to kick the snow in awkward silence. Do we need to go find the baker and tell him that his ginger man is gone?
Yeah, we could always go back and let him know, or we could just go and explore some more.
Ooh, can we explore some more?
Well, did you say that he was not a good person?
Oh,
Wait, what?
Oh, of course, you'd run off, hadn't you, darling? So,
But he's a nice man making cookies.
this here's the tea. Obviously, I'm a warlock. Hi, my patron
Yes.
is the Fae known as Krampus. One of my roles as a champion of Krampus is to go around and I put out my little portfolio, and I have this portfolio that updates every now and then with people who are on the naughty list. So people who have done bad things, they get put into my book. And if Krampus wants them punished, then he lets me know. So that can be something as simple as doing what the baker did, which is he stole the ancient tome to animate the golem. He did. So to punish him, I gave him a quick hit with my root, and I gave him a lump of coal, because I don't think he needed anything more dramatic than that. I think he was going to be suffering with the consequences of his choices anyway. But sometimes that can escalate into people disappearing, depending on how bad they are.
Could I investigate the book to see if there's anybody I know in that book? The thought if one of my 3 children are currently in that book will be very upsetting to Mrs. Sleigh.
I mean, you can have a flip through, but I've not got any active bounties at the moment.
Have you not?
No.
Well, my children have been good then. I've been quite well. Mrs. Sleigh is quite proud at this moment in time.
Well, the way it works is it magically appears. So the idea is either I would be sent the bounty, or when I come across people, I can open it up and Krampus can let me know if he's on their list.
I see. Fair enough. Okay. In which case, I will continue feeling happy about my family.
Yeah, that's just what I do. That's what I was doing before I came to this weird place. Actually, I was just wandering around, waiting for a new challenge, a new bounty to be sent to me by Krampus, and just enjoying myself with Buddy here.
Sounds like a strange way to enjoy your time.
I've got a lot of life, as you know, as a fellow form of elf. We have a long time to be alive, and it's my first proper time out of the Fey Wilds as well, so a bit of an adventure.
Oh.
Yes.
How are you finding that? It can be a little overwhelming, can't it, leaving your
Oh, it's so
home
much fun.
realm?
They were so stuffy and depressing in the Winter Court. Honestly, you don't even believe it.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I
all
thought the
those
Feywild was
winter
all about
Eladrins.
magic and
Oh, it is
and
very much
happiness
about
and
no.
fairies.
So each court has a different
And colour.
kind of. Yeah, well, each court is different. So, like the summer court are full of rage. They embody rage and emotions like that. Spring are all about happiness and flowers and ooh. Autumn is more about. Oh, I'm not sure what autumn is, to be honest, off the top of my head. I'm very sorry about that. But winter in itself is the more depressed. It's the more down and dreary kind of emotions. But I've never really. Since I've met Krampus, I've not felt that bad anymore, so I'm just exploring and enjoying the freedom. Sorry, I've rambled.
That's okay. So are we going to go exploring some more? Is that what we're saying?
I'm very much up for more exploration. Right then, so I think we've decided that we're going to go and keep exploring.
As you come back out into the centre of town, you overhear a woman in a heated conversation with a constable. The constable doesn't sound like he believes whatever this woman is saying, so he's just sort of a little bit aggro with her. So, right, it just walked out of your house then. You've been drinking a bit too much eggnog again, Ruthie. Trees don't have legs and they don't move on their own. You probably never even had a tree to begin with. And with that, the constable walks off, shaking his head. The woman flips him off and then turns around to head back to her house, and she sees you all standing behind her. Oh, you didn't see anything there, right? But have you seen my solstice tree? It sort of wandered off.
Your what wandered off?
My solstice tree.
Yeah, so well, I heard that conversation. You've been drinking? Is what I took
haven't been
from that?
drinking. I haven't been drinking. I have just finished fully decorating my tree for solstice, and it just picked up its roots, knocked down my front door, and ran off.
Is the door on the floor?
I mean, the door is rather damaged. A tree ran through it, so...
The eggnog. Where is it? And what does it... Is it good, eggnog? Because
Mummy
Mrs.
needs
Sleigh-
her go-go juice.
Mrs. Sleigh loves eggnog. She's named her children after eggnog. So
You named your children after eggnog.
I did name my children after eggnog. Slight side note, I'm sorry.
What do you mean? Just eggnog sleigh?
No. Well, yes. So my eldest is called Egg. My second son is called Nog, and the third daughter, my bad, is Carrot, as in like 24 karat gold, after her father, Carrot Sleigh. So my daughter is called Carrot Sleigh Jr., and my sons are Egg and Nog.
Jesus Christ.
What an interesting family you have.
I'm going to lean over to Astria and go, I think she might be a little bit of an alcoholic.
I think I have to agree with you there.
I think we should try not to find the eggnog.
I haven't had any eggnog today. as of yet. My plan was to finish decorating my tree and then sit down with eggnog. But then my solstice tree picked itself up and ran out of my house, and I have no idea where this tree is, and I was trying to get help, but seemingly no one believes me. But some of my neighbours as well, the other households, have experienced the exact same thing. So there is more than one fully decorated solstice tree running around, and we just want someone to help us figure out what is going on.
Why did you decorate a tree?
Oh, this is a person that doesn't do anything Christmassy, as I've found out.
Anything what, Missy?
Ignore her. It
Right.
takes too long to explain at this game.
It's a solstice tradition, dear. Just go with it, and solstice is a tradition. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll explain. I'm
So
sure
you
you've got
decorate
traditions in the
trees
water plane.
that run around and
Well, they
break
don't
people's
normally run
doors
around.
down. Ah.
Trees are supposed to stay
Oh,
still.
I mean, unless you're from the Feywilds, and then our trees do kind of run around a little bit.
But let's not confuse our little brain.
That's
shall we?
confusing me more because we don't really have trees, so even this is a new concept to me. But trees aren't supposed to move, and your tree, you decorated it for some strange tradition, and then it ran away, and you haven't been drinking.
I haven't been drinking. My neighbours have had the same thing happen to them as well. There are multiple.
Can I do a perception
Multiple
check to see
trees.
if there's any other trail or anything of where this tree has gone? Because I believe this woman.
So, can I do an investigation check?
Shall I do perception first and you investigate?
I mean, yeah, because perception is just looking around. Investigating is actually looking.
Yes, but my investigation is +0 and my perception is +5.
Oh, I see.
There was a reason. Oh, tits.
I mean, mine's +0.
12.
I mean, on a perception, you're not going to see much more than, like, there are, like, pine needles scattered around, but that could be from someone
can I have the
carrying their
assistance?
tree
Because I rolled a
home.
1.
That could be from one of the trees in the region.
Can I assist? So you have
Go
advantage.
for it. You can have investigation assist.
That's a 10 plus 0, so 10. Better than a 1.
It is better than a 1, but you clearly didn't utilise my assistance.
I'd say that you can see kind of the same thing. Ruth kind of points in the direction of her house, and you can see that the door is wide open. There are some marks on, like, the inside of the door where obviously the door's open. Again, coming out of her front door, there's, like, pine needles on the floor. The frame of the door is a little bit, like, scuffed up. So you can see that something definitely happened to this door, and there's, like, evidence of, like, tree in general
Just
scattered
tree.
around. There's
Can I
evidence
do-
of
Oh,
tree.
tree.
Can I do a survival check to see if I can see any, like, tracks?
Yes.
And then can I just ask the neighbours?
14 plus 3 is 17.
Yeah, so there is a trail that leads towards the woods.
Ladies, there appears to be a trail that's heading towards that copse of trees over there into the woods. It looks root-ish, I think, from my time in the Feywilds, like seeing some of our trees move around because, you know, we're all magic in the Feywilds. It looks similar, so I think the tree may have gone towards the woods.
Well, if this nice lady, I've forgotten your name, I do apologise, said that more than
Ruth.
one... Ruth. Thank you, Ruth. If you said more than one tree that went in that direction, is there more than one set of roots set up?
Is there more than one set of roots?
There are multiple trees that have, like, escaped, essentially, so I would say yes, you can see evidence of multiple trees.
Yes, I can see evidence of multiple trees.
Excellent, Setter. I believe then that is a really sensible way to do. Good job.
So we're going to
Thank
go into
you.
the forest after these moving trees. How will we know?
They'll be moving.
No, but they might be standing still.
But
if
they'll be
they're
covered in
moving.
decorations.
But what if they're also intelligent and they've like shaken the decorations off and they're posing as trees?
Well, then we'll have to take that into consideration as we explore. But I think I want to go and investigate personally.
Before we go and investigate, can I please grab a torch or something? Because clearly my bludgeoning damage isn't doing much, and I was going to burn these trees. If
Well,
they
it
come into
might
problems.
against the tree.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've
You
lost
can
my
grab a
voice.
torch if you'd
Well,
like.
it might against the tree.
I'd still like to take a torch.
Come on then, let's go and get this done.
Ruth reaches out to you before you set off to leave, and she says, I have been cooking, while I've been decorating the tree, I have been cooking a meal if you'd like to come inside, have a portion first, and then head out.
I'm rather hungry.
I find this rather fishy though. She's asking us for anybody helping her for these trees, And then all of a sudden offering for us to come in for a meal rather than get her a tree.
Hey,
I'm
look.
a bit concerned.
That Bucks Fizz breakfast has worn off. I'm hungry.
If you don't want
You
that,
should have
you
had some
don't
of the
have to
baked
take
goods
it.
at the store.
I didn't want the contaminated
get any.
gingerbread. No.
You ate all the baked goods that you bought or you got given, and then I ate the abomination.
We didn't share, did we?
Astria just sat there looking at us and judging us.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't really fancy baked goods after fighting a giant gingerbread man.
How could you?
Anyway, yes, I would like to accept your gracious invitation for a meal. If the offer's still there after my acquaintances were so rude to you.
The offer is still there. If you'd
Thank
all
you
like to
very
come
much.
in and have a serving, you may.
Food.
I would.
Gonna-
Thank you.
Come on, buddy.
So I do.
Just can Buddy have some? And he's jumped up. You know, like how little capuchin monkeys do. He's kind of jumped up onto
Oh
my
my
shoulder
God.
at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. He can also have like a proportionate serving.
A tiny little serving on
Just
like a saucer.
a little.
Does
Yeah.
the imp eat normal food?
Yes, he can eat. He can eat whatever he wants to eat. He has a mouth. It all turns into shit eventually.
Oh, charming. Thank you for that. Now I am adequately put off my meal.
Well, that means more for me then, doesn't it, darling?
You are quite revolting. I hope you do know.
I'm well aware.
Okay, fantastic.
Mrs. Sleigh is just going to wipe her boots to make sure she's not treading snow into somebody's house and go and sit down and enjoy the food.
I mean, he's probably
Australia's going to
gonna
just prestidigitation her boots. Just
Same.
click of the finger.
Just showing off with this fancy spell stuff, and there I am wiping my feet.
I'm gonna.
Just, you know.
I'll prestidigitation the mud off of your
I am
boots
a
as
muggle,
well.
aren't I?
I said I was gonna prestidigitation the mud off of Mrs. Sleigh's shoes so that she feels included.
I feel a bit better. Thank you, Seta. That's really, really kind of you. I wish somebody else had that brainwave too.
You're welcome,
Maybe
Mama.
you should learn magic.
I mean, you didn't learn magic.
No, I didn't. I didn't need to learn magic.
Exactly. So
So you
shush.
got given it.
I was
I got
born
a
with
silver
it.
spoon, just like here you are.
Well, I was trained to use it.
Yeah,
And-
I was trained to use this flail.
I spent 50 years training to use my magic.
Anyway, Ruth, what lovely dinner have you got for us?
Okay, so this is. I would imagine it's something like chicken, something like that, like whatever the fantasy
Roast
like
turkey.
roast dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, roast turkey.
She's got like a sure. She's got like traditional
Cranberry
Christmas dinner.
stuffing. Oh,
Yeah.
Eggnog?
All that shit. Sure. There's eggnog as well. She'll start pouring out the eggnog that she was going to drink anyway later, but she'll start it now. And if you all partake in the meal, it takes an hour to eat the meal.
So the trees are running amok in the woods for an hour whilst we're having dinner with Ruth.
But once you finish your meal, you are. I don't think anyone is diseased or poisoned, but you are cured of that. You also gain resistance to poison damage, and you have advantage on saving throws against poison.
It's a hero's feast.
Your hit point maximums increase by 2d8.
Woo!
So you
Are
add
you
that
rolling
to
that
whatever
then,
you currently
Jamie?
have. Sure, I can do. Where's my d8? That
Are they
is
temporary or
9.
permanent?
Temporary.
Temporary.
Ooh, nice
So you get an
one.
extra 9 hit points.
9! Woohoo!
Cool, so after you finish your meal, you can either investigate more around Ruth's house. Obviously, she mentioned that the neighbours had the same thing happen, so if you want to speak to them. Or, obviously, you found the trail into the woods, so you could head into the woods.
I think we've wasted, well, not wasted, no, that's not the correct word. I'm very sorry, Ruth. We really appreciate the wonderful feast you made for us, but I think we spent enough time dawdling. I found the trail. Shall we head to the woods?
I think so.
Onwards!
Let's do it. Oh, sorry. Yes, I think so.
Let's get this shit done. Oh, wait, no, sorry.
I forgot where I was for a moment.
I think we should just go to the forest then.
I think we are.
So, yeah, let's head towards the forest following the trail.
So you reach the edge of the woods where the path's a little bit easier to follow, obviously along like cobblestone and stuff like that, because you can see more of the like greenery. There's like tinsel, dropped baubles and stuff like that. As you get into the woods, could someone give me a survival check?
13 plus 6 is 16.
Yeah, you're good. So it's a DC 15 for that one, so you're good.
Oh.
Do you say 13 plus 6 is 16?
No, sorry, 13 plus 3 is what I wanted to say. Sorry, 13 plus 3 is 16.
Yeah, so you can obviously see the path still. There's still tinsel, baubles, shiny things scattered around. So you follow this trail and you eventually reach a grove with several fully decorated pine trees. There's a grove with a bunch of trees in it. Several of them are fully decorated. They're not moving currently, they're just stood still. But, I mean, you can deduce that these are the trees from the villagers.
I'm going to be like, shh, guys, I found the trees, okay?
Oh, okay.
They're all in there. I have an idea.
Oh.
I don't want to potentially run into a fight if we just off the bat. So my idea is Buddy here can go invisible, and then I can see through his eyes. As long as you guys are watching over me, I can see through his eyes and do a little bit of a scout, because he won't be touching the floor either, because he can fly, so they won't hear him.
Couldn't we just toss this torch into the trees?
Yes, but we don't know the situation. A little
You
bit
want
of...
to burn down the forest?
Because we are in a whole forest.
I think that's a fantastic idea. Send in the familiar.
Wonderful. And I'm going to turn to Buddy and go, okay, Buddy, here's your big chance. Okay, you're going to have to go see through, go invisible. And then I want you to go and look around and see what they're doing and get an idea, okay? And he goes, poof. Then I'm going to sit on the ground and cross my legs, kind of crisscross applesauce pose. And just be like, just so you're aware, you two, I can't see or hear anything, but I can still feel touch. So I won't be able to, if anything happens, you need to tap me on the shoulder, okay? To let me know that I need to come back, okay?
Okay.
Just touch you and then you'll ping
Or
in.
just give me like 2 taps on the shoulder to let me know that
Okay.
I
Got
need
it.
to come back. And then I'm going to inhabit Buddy, and he's going to fly ahead to the trees and see what's going on.
Okay. What do you see?
How close does Buddy get to the trees?
He's going to kind of go up to start off with and get a bit of an aerial view. And then he's going to slowly kind of come down and just see, can he hear anything? Can he see anything moving to start off with?
They are just completely stationary, just standing there, fully decorated trees. They look entirely out of place where they are.
Have any of them got like a star on the top or an angel? Any ornamentation on the top?
They would be decorated the way that each of the neighbours would decorate it. So yeah, some of them might have a star, some of them might have, I don't know, bauble or something on the top. But yeah, they're
Cherub
just
or something.
decorated. Regular
Can Buddy
Christmas tree.
Can Buddy swoop down and just grab one of the things that's on the top of the tree just to see if they react?
He can. All 4 of the trees immediately animate and reveal themselves to be awakened solstice trees. Buddy is now technically in a surprise combat round.
Buddy's invisible, so I was trying to knock it off
Right,
to see
okay.
if they'd react.
So ignore that. Yeah, I mean they
Okay,
would
rewind.
they would animate immediately and they reveal themselves that they are awakened solstice trees, but yeah, they won't. They just sort of animate and they're like, what the fuck was that?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell Buddy to come back, or in fact, no, I'm gonna have Buddy just kind of stay invisible and just flying above us, and I'm gonna come back. Poinsettia's gonna come back, and he's gonna go. Okay, so update on the situation. The trees are alive, and
Yes.
they look a bit angry, and they look like they're looking for a fight. So I think we might have another fight on our hands.
Hey.
How many?
4.
So, are these 4 trees close to us?
I mean, they're in a grove, like a little clearing, aren't they?
But how far away from us are they?
I
So
don't know
can
how
we
far
see
away.
them move, or are they like hidden behind a load of other trees that basically we know 4 trees are attacking, but we don't know which trees they are?
We will know which trees they are
Well,
because
they're covered in ornaments, so they're very distinctive from
And they're now
the other
moving.
conifers, and they are now animated.
So they could be roaming around with various bits and pieces.
But are we like 30 feet from them? Are we like 50 feet from them?
I mean, it depends how far away you want to be from them at this point, because you'd be able to see them.
stopped us when we'd spotted,
Yeah.
and just kind of crouched in the bushes and then sent him out. So I think they're still within our eyesight.
You're probably about 35 feet away, I think, at this point.
Can we sneak up on them and then do a surprise round?
Potentially, but are they in the middle of this clearing?
Yeah, I would say I don't think they can be snuck up on, because it does say if any character approaches within 5 feet, they animate immediately. So I think it's more of like they can tell if you're getting close and they can then surprise attack on you, essentially. So I think it'd cancel out.
Can
What if we shot?
cast...
Yeah, range from the bushes to get a
I
surprise
was going to
in.
say, can I cast fly
Ooh.
and
Okay.
fly above them and then fire from there? I'm going to cast fly on myself and I'm going to use my full movement, which is 30 feet, to be above the trees within like 5 foot of them because I can only move 30. So I'm like as close as I can, but I want to be like high above them enough that hopefully I'll be stealthy and not super
Yep.
obvious to them that I'm there. Approach from like really high, like as high as my spell can let me, which I don't know what that is.
I think, is it 60 foot of flying speed or something?
Oh, do I get speed as well? I thought it'd just be my movement.
No, it's not your normal walking speed because you're now flying in the air.
Yeah.
I think
Flying
I think
speed
Jamie's
of
right, it's
60. Yeah.
So you now can
cool.
move 60 feet.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna fly. I guess that 60 feet is included up. So I'm gonna fly 25 feet in the air and then 35 across so that I'm above the trees. I'm gonna try and do it stealthily. Do you need me to roll or is it not gonna be possible?
I'm happy to give you that, to be honest, because they've had buddies like distracted them, so they're like, what the fuck has just knocked that off? So I think they're more looking around each other than up in the air, so I think you're all good.
Okay, Amazing.
give you that.
Yeah. I'm going to be there to start when we do initiative.
I'm half tempted to get my wand of snowballs out and just charge in, wand ready. But I can only
And you
run
have a
25,
torch,
so
don't
I'm
you?
still going to have to take a second turn anyway. Pardon?
You have a torch as well, don't you? You grabbed one.
I do have a torch. Ooh, this could be interesting.
Right. Just think, we are in the middle of the forest. Don't burn it down until we have it. Actually, I'm above the trees, so I can probably get out of this, but...
So I've got shield and torch in one hand, and I've got the wand in another, and I'm just charging at it. There's no stealth going on, this is just full on pelt.
While she runs off, I'm going to shoot off an Eldritch Blast at the closest tree. 18 plus 6, so 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, 10. So 13 points of force damage.
Cool.
And then my next blast. So 7 plus 6, so 11. Does that hit? Wait, that's not right, is it? I can't do
7
maths.
plus
No,
6
that's 13.
13. Yep, 13
Does that
doesn't
hit?
hit, unfortunately.
Ah, damn it.
So you did 13 points of damage.
And then I'm going to go forward about 10 feet into the clearing.
Cool.
I see.
So-
Leave the little dwarf behind, thank you.
I mean, you're the one with an AC of 18, love. And
Very
actually,
true.
you're 5.
Yeah.
You're ahead of me. You've run off in front of me. I'm just a little
Oh,
bit
have
behind you. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So now that they've been attacked and someone else is running at them, I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please. You're up first, Poinsettia.
Nice. Can I use... I'm going to use Armour of Agathis on myself as I'm running, doing it at a 4th level. I'm going to move forward another 10 feet. They were 25 feet away, so I'm 10 feet. I'm just outside their melee range as far as I know that. Just 5 feet away from them. And then I'm going to activate Armour of Agathis. And that's my
Can you
turn
remind
done.
me what the Armour of Agathis does? Just
So
for...
it gives me temporary hit. So that's going to give me 20 temporary hit points. So that brings me up to 29 temporary hit points, which is quite nice. And then it also means that if I get hit with a melee attack, the person that has hit me takes 5 cold damage in
Cool.
response.
Thank you.
Every time I get hit, whilst the temporary hit points are up, they will get hit with 20 points of cold damage.
Very nice.
And that's my turn done. Oh, and I'm going to put my Krampus mask on. Just
Cool.
slide the mask on.
And it is Astria's turn.
I thought I had loads and loads of attack spells, and I'm just figuring out that I don't have as many as I thought. I'm going to go with trusty old Witch Bolt at 2nd levels again. Or, no, I'm going to go 3rd level, actually. Which I think means 3d12. Let me just double check.
To be fair,
And the trees are numbered 1 through 4, which is very creative. So, Joe, the one that you hit was tree 1. So, tree 1 is damaged. The rest of them are fine at the moment.
I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at... I'm doing it at 3rd level. Natural 20! Yeah, I'm going to do that. And that's 3d12 on an uninjured tree.
So double that to 12? Yeah.
Because I'm also
Yeah.
twin spelling it. So I
double
would
your
have been
damage.
rolling 3d12. Whatever I roll on them, I double that.
Yeah.
Got it. 4, 12, so 16, 9. I just got 9, a 12, and a 4. So that is 25 points. Doubled.
Nice.
So 50. Twin spelled. So 2 of the uninjured trees are both taking 50 points of lightning damage each. I just cast lightning from the sky.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
so
almost
cool.
like Thor.
Yeah, I'm cooler than Thor. How are the trees looking? Are they...
Disintegrated?
They are like injured, but they're still like some of their tinsel got like
Ooh.
fizzled.
Little singed.
Yeah, they've got
Knocked
a
a
little
few
bit
baubles
left.
off.
They're not like untouched. Like you can see that they're physically damaged. Like some of the pine needles have like scattered. They're very dishevelled. They're like the saddest looking tree that would be at like the little like tree
last
picking
Christmas
thing.
tree that no one picked.
The one no one wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're those at the moment.
Aww.
No, don't have sympathy for these trees. Oh, and just for reference, I've just double checked. If I twin spell, it doesn't use 2 spell slots, so that was 1 third level spell slot used.
Nice one.
Very cool. Cool. So it is tree number 3's turn now. From within the tree, you hear a voice call out, "Death to the fleshy ones. Spill their blood to water our roots."
Oh shit.
And
Fucking hell.
They're on the naughty list.
Yeah. He's going to
come at you
in my
for-
portfolio.
Beth, are you within 30 feet of the tree? I can't remember what your distance was from them with your flight.
I'm 25 feet above, so yes, I am within 30 feet.
So the tree is going to use dazzling ornamentation. Could you please make a wisdom saving throw?
You've got advantage.
Okay, that would have been a 9, but with advantage. It's a 12 with advantage.
Yep, you're fine. It's DC 12. So
Nice, well done.
Just.
I just out the way in the air.
who is nearest to the trees right now?
I moved 10 feet and then I moved another 10 feet after casting Armour of Krampus. So I am 5 feet away from the trees.
Yeah, so I'm still 10 because I can't run that far.
Cool. So the tree is going to be within melee range of you. So whether it is
Yep.
at the moment or it needs to move, it will move if it needs to.
That's fine.
And it's going to make 2 slam attacks against you.
I think I've made a
wherever my
mistake,
dice has
guys.
gone. So my first one was a natural 20.
Oh!
No.
That's the second time you've critted on me.
City. And the second one is 14.
Yeah, that hits me as well.
I'm
Okey
so
dokey.
sorry.
And there go all my temporary hit points.
So the first one is 6 times 2, so 12 plus 4, so that's 16.
I know. So
And
hold
the
on a
second
second.
one-
So before, so you take 20 damage.
Okay,
So that tree
yes.
takes 20 damage. And then
Cool.
as a reaction to that attack, I'm going to use Tomb of Levistus.
Well, tree
So Tomb of
3
Levistus.
after hitting you that first time and taking his 20 points of damage, does in fact fall down. He is dead.
Deaded tree.
Deaded
Fat
tree.
tree.
Tree is dead. All of the
Okay,
rest of the
then
pine needles just like burst off, and he's a naked tree and he's dead.
Naked tree. Okay, I'll hold off on using my reaction then.
So this tree is now dead, and you took what was it? Some damage.
I took 16 points of damage, which I've already
16.
taken off, don't worry.
Cool. And then it's Tree 4's turn. Tree 4 is also going to use Dazzling Ornamentation it'd be on Poinsettia this time because the other tree has died after trying to hit Poinsettia. So you're gonna do a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Yep. So the first one is... so that was a 17 plus 6.
Cool.
Which is 23, and then the second one... Oh no, the second one was a 2. Lucky I had advantage.
You've saved
Oh,
it,
good.
so never mind.
You did good, boy.
And
Whoop whoop.
I mean, Tree 4 is also going to multi-slam attack as well, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because that's all they
No,
can do
I'm-
for some
I'm-
reason.
I'm well aware.
Sorry, I'll save you when it's my turn. Don't worry, I'll get there.
So the
Don't worry,
first one
I've-
is a 22 to hit,
Yeah, cheers. And at that point...
and the second one's an 18 to hit.
so do the first one.
That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
That has now brought me below Agathis, so 20 points of cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to activate, because I've got multiple ones on me now. I'm going to activate Tomb of Levistus.
Cool.
So once per short rest, as a reaction, when you take damage, you can entomb yourself in ice, which melts away at the end of my next turn. I gain 70 temporary hit points.
Shit.
I'm now,
Chicken.
Yeah.
70.
Yeah, it's a proper tank spell. So I gain 70 hit points. I now can't act. I can't move. I'm completely incapacitated until the ice
Great,
melts.
so you're useless.
But
Useless, basically.
But if they can break through the ice, then they can keep hitting me and I can't do anything.
Okay.
And it melts
Ew.
away after.
Okay.
But they wouldn't know that. It melts away after the end of my next turn.
Does the second hit still land, do you still take
Yes, it still lands
From it.
and I still take damage.
fun? Right, okay. That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And then Mrs. Sleigh, you are up next.
Here we go.
Come on, Mrs. Sleigh.
Right.
It's time to slay.
Slay.
Mrs. Sleigh likes to observe the scene in front of her. She has a torch in one hand, so she's going to bonus action yeet the torch at these trees.
Is that a bonus action?
I don't know whether the bonus action is to yeet the torch.
Did you not hear me say that Krampus is now vulnerable to fire damage?
No, I did not. Nor would Mrs. Sleigh know because she's 10 feet away.
That's true.
So she's still going to yeet this torch in the hope to burn these trees.
But you're in a block of ice.
I know, but it takes double damage.
I'd say that you have to target one of the trees specifically. So 1, 2, and 4 are both still standing. All still standing.
Which is the nearest, whatever the nearest tree is to me. So I'm going to say that's tree 2, unless you want to disagree otherwise.
Go with tree 2. Tree 2 works.
I'm going to throw it to tree 2.
Oh.
Well, I've rolled an 18.
18 will do.
Cool, I hit the tree. Does it burn said tree?
It would do, but I don't know what a torch does. So it says for a melee attack, it does 1 fire damage.
Okay. I will do 1 damage of fire damage to tree 2, please.
It is vulnerable to fire, so it would take 2 fire damage.
See? Not just a pretty face.
A torch is similar enough to a club and has damage of 1d4. So roll a d4 and we'll do bludgeoning damage as well.
Okay. 1.
1.
After all of that.
I mean, it's resistant
no-
to bludgeoning damage anyway, so it wouldn't take it.
Of course it is.
So 2 fire damage.
Because my only attacks are bludgeoning, we're going to do this. Mrs. Sleigh is still going to use all her full movement to run up to the nearest tree, which is still tree 2, and she is going to roll to attack. So, oh, bugger it. Does a...
What have you done now?
I rolled a 4.
Oh.
Does an 11 hit the tree?
Doesn't hit, unfortunately. No.
Attack 2, we're going to do this. Ooh. Does a 15 hit said tree?
15 does hit.
13 damage to tree.
Was
it
that
still a tree?
bludgeoning?
Yes.
Cool.
Which is
So
half,
6.
because obviously it's resistant, clearly. And then I would like to do an action surge, and I'm going to attack again.
You go, girl.
Thank you.
Yes,
18.
mama.
Yes. 18. So I'm going to roll a d8. Plus 6. That's 11 more damage to tree 2, please.
Nice.
This one.
It better be down after this torch incident.
It is still up, but it is on its last legs. Last legs.
That's what it's
Which was
last
this
roots.
tree 2?
This is just
How much
Yeah.
damage did you
Last
do?
branches.
I did 11, 13, 3, and I missed a hit.
Altogether,
How
it was
did it fit?
13.
Remember, it's,
13
yeah,
with the
'cause
halves.
It's resistant to bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so it was 13 in the end. So it's had 63 points of damage.
I mean, to be honest, I could have just used a hand axe that does slashing damage, and it does more than my flail.
Well, now you know.
Right, it is Tree 1's turn. So Tree 1 is going to use this dazzling ornamentation again, because apparently they use it all the time. I think it'll go after Mrs. Sleigh then.
Sorry, Mrs. Sleigh needed a drink.
You're
Mrs.
being
Sleigh,
attacked.
No worries.
Am I?
Yep.
You need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, hang on. 15 for the wisdom save, please.
So that's fine. They don't do anything, or it doesn't do anything. But then the tree will make 2 slam attacks against you.
Me? What did I do? I just threw a torch at its friend. Did sod all.
So it was a 24 and a 12 to hit.
These
One
trees
hit.
hit hard.
1 hit. Right, so that is a 7 plus 4, so 11 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage.
I've not taken any damage this whole session.
Right, Jamie, as a DM, I don't think you should let that slide.
I'm just
I'm
so
trying
good.
to get her. She's 30 feet away in the air. I can't reach her.
Can't tree jump?
No.
I'm only 25 feet up.
The only attack they have is a slam attack and it's
Slam.
melee.
Tinsel-a-soo.
Noted, I'll
Ooh, I
stay up
have.
there.
Cool, so that's the end of tree 1, so it is Buddy's turn.
So, Buddy, which one of the trees looks the worst off?
Tree 2.
So, Buddy's going to swoop down and sting tree 2. 9 plus 5, so 14.
Just hits.
Nice. So, he's going to do... Oh, I like this D4. It's quite nice. It's giving me lots of 4s tonight. So 4 plus 3, 7 points of piercing damage.
Okie dokie.
Is it resistant to piercing?
It is, so it takes 3 points.
Son of a fucking bitch. And then can it do a... is it immune to being poisoned?
It is not, for some reason.
Sweet. So can it do me a constitution saving throw, please?
That would be a natural 1 for 4.
Hey.
Nice.
I am loving my little buddy. He is kicking ass and taking names.
He's MVP.
I mean, Buddy is doing well.
He's doing much better than I am. So 6, 7, 8 plus 5 is 13. So 13 points of poison damage, please.
Same fate as tree 3. Tree 2 loses all of its pine needles and flops backwards and is dead.
Yay!
Yes, buddy.
I'm hoping flop backwards is not onto Mrs. Sleigh, who's standing here currently.
Why would you say
No,
that?
of course not.
Well, I don't want to get stuck by a tree.
Yeah, roll
No,
a d20.
He wouldn't have fallen on you. And tree 2 was technically meant to be next, but tree 2's dead. So Poinsettia, it is now your turn.
Can't do anything. No, literally, I can't do anything. I don't come out of the ice until the end of this turn.
Okay.
So the idea is it gives me 70 hit points and makes me a tank for the sacrifice of one of my turns.
So now you're out
Cool.
of the ice in a little
Yep.
puddle, yes?
So I'm now out of the ice. I'm very wet. I look like a dog dipped in and like just pulled itself out of a lake, and I've lost the remainder of my 70 hit points.
So how many hit points are you now on?
So I still have 6 temporary hit points left over from Hero's Feast. So all the damage that I've actually taken so far has all been temporary from Armor of Agathis and then the Tomb.
Cool.
Vibing.
So yeah, so that's
Cool.
my
It's Astria's turn.
that's my turn done. I'm now back in the game, but I couldn't do any actions yet.
Okay, I'm going to expend 2 sorcery points to Quicken Spell, which turns a spell that requires an action into a spell that requires a bonus action. And with that, I'm going to cast a cantrip, and I'm going to cast Chill Touch, which, because I'm casting it and I am above level 5, I get to cast it with 2d8. If I hit a 9 plus a 7 is a 16.
16.
Does a 16 hit?
Yep, that
Okay,
hits.
so
Nice.
it's going to take 2d8. It's 9 points of necrotic damage. So it has, can't regain hit points. And then I'm going to use my actual action to just go in with a witch bolt.
That first one, did you want that against tree 1 or 4?
Which one looks the least damaged?
They're about the same at the moment. They don't really look any different.
Let's just go 1. Yeah, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt, and I'm going to cast it at 3rd level. I can't twin spell, unfortunately. I'm out of sorcery points.
So long rest, anyone?
Right now? Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm going to cast it at 3rd level. So let me just double check. I'm going to roll to hit. I want to hit the tree that I didn't just cause damage on. No, actually, is it better to just get rid of one tree or injure
Just
them
get
both?
rid of one.
Right, I'm going to go for tree 1 again then. Ooh, that is going to be 25.
Cool.
Nice.
I think that's a hit.
3d12. 9, 7, 16, 6. That is 22 points of lightning damage to tree number 1 on top of the, was it 9 that I just did of necrotic?
Necrotic. Yeah.
So that is a total of 31 points of damage to tree number 1.
Please tell me this
Nice,
tree is
well
dead.
done.
Come on.
Still
No.
standing.
No,
What? The tree is
It
not
hardly-
dead.
That one hadn't really been touched before.
No. It had, I think it had been hit once. So it's lost some of like the branches worth of pine needles.
Tell
but
me it's
still...
looking at least rough.
It's not blooded.
Bark a bit, scattered.
Yeah, he's got a few broken
It's like-
branches.
Yeah, it's
Some of
like
the tinsel's
3/4
hanging
of the
off.
way.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Baubles look a bit low.
Right, tree 4 is going to Dazzling Ornamentation again. Dazzling Ornamentation is going to be against Mrs. Sleigh again. If I can have a wisdom saving throw, please.
Bullying. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I believe that is a nat 1.
Did you do advantage?
I do.
Okay.
I did not do an
Advantage.
advantage. Hang on
Oh,
one
yeah.
moment. Oh, that's a 7. So that's 10 in total.
Yeah, okay, so
We
on
find
a
out what it
failed
does
saving
now.
throw, the creature can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Oh, I don't have any anyway.
Please roll a d8.
3.
Okay, so for your next turn, you can't do anything.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you genuinely? Oh my goodness, this tree is absolutely
You
destroying
got
Mrs.
stunned,
Sleigh.
bitch.
Mrs. Sleigh got slayed by a tree.
Yeah.
You were slain by a tree.
And this tree, it's also going to do its multi-attack against you, just because it's picking on you, so it's going to have to go against you as well.
Mrs. Sleigh is mildly angry at this.
Nat 20 for the first one.
Wait, oh,
I'm
another-
not overly
And
keen on
not
that roll.
20. No, thanks, actually. Can
we just
do
skip
that
it?
again?
No.
No,
I
just
think
do that
you need to
again.
change your dice. Where were these dice rolls in our other sessions, Jamie?
Right? It's like the same dice I keep using, and I kept getting like 3s on it.
Yeah.
My second one was a dirty 20. The first attack The first attack is 22 damage. The second one is 14. So 36 altogether.
Is it going to be our running theme of killing our guest players?
No, because her AC is still higher than my max.
Yeah, her AC is
I'm
higher,
still
but
just above half
Her
my
HP.
life right now.
I meant her HP is still higher than my max.
fair
So
enough. Well,
stop
hopefully-
whinging, grow up.
Ooh.
Jesus
But I have a way
Christ.
to heal myself, so do
Yeah,
normal
you've got
players
a
that come to
second
these things
wind.
frequently.
Next would be Mrs. Sleigh, but you've been told to do nothing. So
So calm as a cat.
you are not next. It is the other tree. This one is going to use Dazzling Ornamentation again, but against Poinsettia this time. So
Yep.
wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm just vibing in the sky.
You're a chicken and running away from this.
I am doing a lot of damage, I'll have you know.
Where have
Oh,
you
that's a
been?
natural
In the
20.
sky.
Nat 20, you are all good. And then it's going to take multi-attack, 2 slam attacks against you, Poinsettia.
Oh shit.
21 for the first
I
one.
forgot about- Funnily
I
enough.
thought you rolled a d20.
No, it was dazzling.
It's the wisdom
it was the
saving
dazzling
throw.
lights that I saved from. So 21. Yeah, funnily enough, that does hit me.
And the next one's a 10, so I'm assuming not.
No, 10 doesn't hit.
So,
So how
you
much damage is the
take
first?
13 points of damage.
Oh my god, these things hit hard.
And then it's Buddy's
I've now
turn.
got no temporary hit points left, guys.
Oh god.
I lost mine ages ago. What are you wittering on?
Just putting that out there, guys.
Cool. So it's Buddy's turn next.
So Buddy, he's going to sting tree number 4. That's an 18 plus 5.
Yep, that hits.
And then it's a 1d4. That's a 2 plus 3 is 5 damage of piercing. Bastard's resistance to, isn't he?
Yeah, so it's 2.
But Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh, that is a dirty 20.
Ah, you bastard. Resists it.
Ooh.
So only half damage. So that's, or to be fair, that's a pathetic roll as well. That's a 1, a 2, and a 3. So 6. So half to 3 points of poison damage.
Cool.
See, you either do really good rolls or really, really terrible rolls. You
Yeah,
don't have
there's
mid-range.
no median in my life.
No.
It's either it's either or extreme.
It is now
So
Poinsettia's
that's, yeah, that's
turn.
Buddy's turn. Oh, it's me.
Yep.
Again. So, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I'm going to... Am I in immediate melee range? I am, because one's just attacked me, haven't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to use Phase Step just to get out of melee range of that tree, 30 feet away. And then I'm going to... So, hold on a sec. When you Phase Step, one creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you before you teleport. Okay, so can I have a wisdom saving throw from the tree, please?
That was a 9 on that one.
Oh, that fails. So the tree is now frightened of me until
shit,
the end of my
okay.
next turn.
Okay.
I'm going to go 30 feet away from it, and then I'm going to blast it with some Eldritch Blasts. Pew pew. 19 plus 6. Yeah, that hits as the first blast.
That'll do it.
The next blast is, yet again, it's done a really big blast and then a really little blast. 7 plus 6. So 13.
Just misses.
Oh, okay, so
the first
1d10 plus 3. Oh, that's a 10 again. I like this dice. I need to use these dice more often. 13 points of force damage.
Nice.
Cool. It is now Astria's turn.
Oh,
So,
Witch Bolt!
you say that.
from the air, I can see that they are getting hurt almost as much as the trees, and I just think it's just time to take matters into my own hand. And I'm really sorry, guys, and I don't think anybody's super low health, so I'm gonna cast.
Hang on a minute.
No offense. I'm gonna cast Ice Storm.
We're both resistant to ice damage.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, but we're not immune.
We're not immune, no, but we're resistant at least.
So I'm really
half.
sorry. You need to roll everyone within a 20-foot radius, and I can cast it down 40 feet and out 20. So that's everyone and all the trees. Must make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
And the save is 15. So roll a dex for me, please, for both trees and for both of you guys.
No.
I'm sorry, but we have to just get things done at this point. You'll be fine. Just do it.
I've got -1.
Well, you'll be okay.
Poinsettia, you moved away from the tree like 30 feet, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I moved away 30 feet, so Poinsettia's okay.
So you're,
So basically,
you're out
I'm
of the range.
fucked.
Yeah, a little
This
bit.
play is
It's just
stuffed.
you.
Okay.
Did I get advantage on that? It was just one roll.
It's just
So
the
it's just
one
the one
roll.
roll.
What about the trees? That's what I want to know.
Buddy rolled a natural 1.
Oh god, I rolled a 3 minus 1, which is 2.
Did the trees save? It's a dex 15.
No, they did not. One of them rolled a 2 and it's -1. So one of them got a 1, one of them got a 10.
Both trees and Mrs. Sleigh
And Buddy.
take
So not
firstly
only- so not
and
only
Buddy.
Buddy also
Take
has
for-
temporary hit points.
I've lost all my
He
temporary
has
hit
got plus
points.
9 temporary hit points, hasn't he?
Firstly,
Okay, mate,
take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Cool.
Then
Then
you take 18 points of cold damage.
That'll do it. Okie dokie.
No, you've
That
got to
whole
remember
area
you're
is now
halved.
difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
so I've got half damage. That's
Yeah.
6 for me, not 60. 6.
So Buddy just explodes.
I've killed him twice today.
You have. Not only have you killed him in the snowball fight, you've actually killed him.
Well, he's not. He's fine.
So tree 1 has, again, lost all its pine needles, is now frozen as well and has fallen down. So it's just
Yes.
tree 4 that's left.
And I'm guessing tree 4 is looking pretty rough.
Tree 4 is maybe like 3/4-ish, maybe.
Okay. My flying speed's 60 feet, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to fly down, but I'm going to be 30 feet away from the remaining tree. I'm now on the ground, and that's my turn.
And it is tree 4's turn. What does frightened do? Do I have to move away from
Frightened
you?
means so frightened means you can't move towards me. You can either attack me, but with disadvantage, or
You're too
move
far away
from
anyway.
me. Yeah. So if you
Okay.
you wouldn't be able to come towards me, and if you did try and attack me, but if you're going to move, you have to move away from me.
Okay.
But it's fine. It just means you're not going to come towards me anyway, so I'm fine.
It is going to use Dazzling Ornamentation again, but on Mrs. Sleigh. So can I please have a Wisdom save?
Of course you can. Okay, 19.
Okay, yep, you save. And I think, because I don't think that you're in melee range of the tree, and I'm assuming that you are closer in the direction of Poinsettia, so I don't think the tree is going to do anything.
Oh, thank God for that. Because I actually think.
So now it's
Mrs.
Mrs.
Sleigh would
Sleigh's
have gone
turn.
Mrs. Sleigh is going to go in a blaze of glory if she's going to go at all.
Oh, I forgot that I just gave you all that damage.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sorry.
Right, Mrs. Sleigh is going to attack it with her flail. So she's going to move towards it. Is there any disadvantage of being in the hailstorm with questionable terrain?
No, you'll move until my next turn. It's difficult terrain around 20 feet of tree 4. So I think your
I
movement
think it's half, right?
Oh, so that's 12 feet. I'm assuming I'm within 12 feet of this tree. So I'm going to go once for the flail. I'm going to attack it with the flail once. Does a 19 hit it?
It does, yes.
Okay, can it take, please, 8 damage? I'm going for attack 2. That's bludgeoning, so that'll be halved. Does a 15 hit this tree?
15 hits, yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you. Right, damage for said tree. Another 8 damage, please. And then I would like to do my second wind. Once per short rest, you can use a bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 7 of hit points. And if I roll a
1.
I'm going to cry.
Okay,
Ah!
okay, that's fine. It's fine.
So that's a 3. So 3 plus 7 is 10. So I have
10
gained
hit
10
points.
hit points.
What were you on?
21.
21.
Okay, that's still okay.
Mrs. Sleigh's a little bit calmer now. But that is the end of her turn, other than sticking her tongue out at this tree.
So it's now Poinsettia's turn because Buddy
This is
is
all
no
very
longer
dramatic.
with us.
Isn't it? Seeing that his potentially new mama is in severe danger, he's going to let loose 2 Eldritch Blasts on the tree.
We love an Eldritch Blast.
We do
Eldritch
love an
Blast.
blast.
8 plus 6 is 14.
Yes, just hits.
Good. And then the second hit is 13 plus 6, which is 19.
Yep.
D10 plus 3. So the first one is 8 plus 3, which is 11 points
Yep.
of force damage.
Mhm.
And the second blast is 8 again. No, I can't read that. That's a 3. 3 plus 3, so 6 points of force damage.
That's fine. So the tree takes its final damage, and just like
Oh,
the
thank
others, all its pine needles shoot off, and it falls backwards, and the tree is dead. And there are no more trees.
Woo!
Oh,
Mrs.
thank
Sleigh
God
is going
for
to
that.
batter this tree with her flail in anger. Die, tree, die!
Oh god.
Into that sort of effect.
And I still did not take a single hit point of damage this whole session in the last 5 hours.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
And are you
Yes.
in walking range of Mrs. Sleigh? Because I'm half thinking she's just
Well,
gonna
I didn't
shove
say...
you.
Astria didn't out loud say
Okay,
that,
fine.
but she might say, oh, all that, and I feel absolutely fantastic.
Bear in mind that you beat the shit out of Mrs. Sleigh and killed Buddy.
What an enjoyable experience that was.
Mrs. Sleigh is going to walk up to you, grab you by the shoulders, and shake some sense into you. Stupid woman!
You want to play that game? I'm going to just shrug you off and walk away and say, oh, strange creature.
And Poinsettia's just sat on the ground clutching Buddy's hat, crying quietly.
It's a literal spirit from the Feywild. It comes back.
Yes, I know.
Maybe not all of its memories. I'm going to come and console you
I'm
for
sure
Buddy.
it does come
I'm
back
sure we can have
exactly
a
as it
funeral
went.
for him.
They do come
they?
back exactly as they left. So this is all these dramatics. All of these dramatics.
Poinsettia's sad because he's seen Buddy die. Yes, he can bring him back, but he still watched his buddy die.
Okay, but it was... I'm sorry, Poinsettia. In the moment, the trees needed to die, and I did what I thought was the best thing to do. And I know you can get your familiar back, and I know it might feel upsetting, but it's what had to be done.
Okay. Can we go back to that Ruth lady and we can rest? Because I'm pretty battered, and I know Mrs. Sleigh is very battered, and I need to try and bring Buddy back. So I think we need to go for a bit of a rest now.
Are we carrying Buddy's body with us, or is
Buddy
it just the hat that
Buddy
stayed?
disappeared.
He
Buddy
just
just went,
back into
Sorry.
the Feywild.
I see. In which case, Mrs. Sleigh is going to slowly waddle herself back to Ruth's house, very saddened.
Before you leave this area, you do notice that past the area that you were in with the trees, the trail of tinsel does continue, but I will allow you to long rest and come back later.
Please do, because
everyone is very injured.
We're very injured, and the person that isn't injured has no spells left.
We've been absolutely destroyed by a tree.
I mean, by a tree, by a giant
tree
gingerbread
and friendly
man.
fire.
Actually, to be honest, Mrs. Slay's probably died more to that hailstorm than all the other trees combined.
Look, if a little bit of hail is going to cause you that many problems, I think you need to
There's almost 40 life in
If a
this.
little bit of hail is going to cause you that many problems, darling, I think you need to reevaluate.
I'm an old woman. There's no way I'm going to run a hailstorm.
It's a hailstorm.
It's a hailstorm.
Ice melts, my dear. Stop being so melodramatic.
Oh, fucking hell. All right, Poinsettia's just going to interrupt this and go, look, we need to stop arguing between each other. Yes,
I agree.
Yes, we had some friendly fire. However, you're not going to do it again, because next time we will friendly fire you back. Or I will.
It was to get rid of the trees. I did what I could in that moment. There wasn't much else that I could have done.
It was me and 2 trees.
Yes, and I played my part.
Trees.
Trees that were going to attack you whether I did or not.
Something else.
I was really out of options.
You hailstormed the bloody tree. You could have set them on fire. You could have made a massive hole. But no,
Look.
aimed at...
I don't do fire, as we've established.
She doesn't
clearly.
do fire.
I don't really know how it works anyway. And also, if I hadn't caused damage to the trees, which
And
did
me.
also cause damage to you, the trees would have caused that damage to you instead.
No, they wouldn't.
They would.
Because the AC is higher
Okay,
than
okay.
Sorry.
okay. We need to end this argument now. Mrs. Sleigh, come on now, Mama. Let's go back to Ruth. Let's go get a rest. I think Astria has learned her lesson.
I have done nothing of the sort.
Astria, shut the fuck up. Thank you.
Sleigh is going to walk
I did
to
what was
Ruth.
necessary.
No other comments required.
Stop it! Yeah, stop it! I'm guiding Mrs. Sleigh forward, and over my shoulder, I'm giving you such dirty looks to basically say, just stop talking. Just stop talking.
Oh my god. This is war, Mrs.
no.
Sleigh. Unfortunately, things,
God.
not between us and the trees. Unfortunately, sometimes we have to make hard decisions in war.
Okay.
You will learn that.
It's okay,
See
Mrs.
how
Sleigh.
it
We'll
is.
go and get
Sheltered
some hot
dwarf.
chocolate and with some marshmallows, and we'll go and rest.
Did you say marshmallows?
You don't
Oh, now
deserve any
she's
marshmallows.
interested.
You deserve sitting
Well-
on a lump of coal. Shut right.
Okay, right. And then I walk off for the marshmallows.
I'm just going to give you a bag of marshmallows to shut you up.
Cool. So you head back. Are you heading to the inn or to Ruth?
Should we?
I think the inn.
We could let Ruth know that we dealt with her tree.
We could, and then we could leave the poor lady in peace, and we could
Yeah.
return to the inn. Although it is not quite as lavish as I would usually choose, I know that needs must, and whilst we're in this apparently relaxing resort, I think that would be the best place to lay down our weary heads.
Agreed.
It's better than laying our heads down in a
Ice.
cattle shed or in a manger bed.
Oh, Lord alive. Nice reference. Nice reference.
First Christmas reference. 5 hours in.
I know, right?
Just whilst the earth lays sleeping, calm and still.
So you head back to the inn and all your respective rooms. If anyone wants to do anything before you go.
Big glass of eggnog, please.
Eggnog.
Before going to bed, I'm going to resummon Buddy in my room. But it's okay. She didn't mean to kill you. She was just doing what she thought was best, Buddy. It's okay. It's okay. We can forgive her. Nobody else. Like you're a fey construct. You don't actually die. So you're fine. And Mrs. Sleigh survived, and we're all okay. We'll just keep moving forward. And pat him on the head and put his hat back on him.
I'm gonna sit in my bed and just close my eyes and dream of home and feel sad that I had to leave the place I loved.
And Mrs. Sleigh's just chugging eggnog.
Mrs. Slay's just chugging eggnog, knocking herself out with this bloody thing. Jesus, like.
Fab. So you all take your long rests and we will leave off here and we'll pick up again in the next and final part. For more Roll for Imagination content, be sure to check us out on TikTok. We post memes on there, a lot of memes, and our favourite clips from the episodes. The rest of our socials and our Discord will be linked below or to the side or wherever they are on the platform you're listening to. Tune in for the next part of Solstice Shenanigans.